Alright, so it is Friday, and we're kind of just past the middle of the snowstorm. Ended up having to move the Jeep last night, so my view changed a little bit. Anyway, can't really tell how much snow we got because of all the wind, 30 to 50 miles an hour. You can see the table there, got quite a few inches. But out there somewhere that are causing drifts to form, but as of right now it doesn't look like anything's forming up against our vehicles, and not really fine. But every time I do open up the store, because this is the one that I get out of to go to the bathroom, a bunch of snow falls from up top in the door frame area. But that's what it looks like all the way out there. And I think we're still supposed to get a few more inches of snow. Got my heater on and just kind of chilling inside for now. So it's 6 o'clock now, and there are some big flakes coming down now. I need to go to the bathroom soon. That'll be my first trip in, well, since last night actually, and I haven't been drinking anything for that reason. A Gatorade bottle would be great and all, but I just suck it up, walk to the bathroom anyway. It is pretty, but this is really going to create a huge mess out in the fields and for us to work. Alright, I just threw on a jacket and my tennis shoes. I don't care if I get soaking wet, it'll dry out. I don't feel like putting a lot of effort into this. That guy there actually brings his grader every day into the campground. But there's the Jeep and Michelle's truck. She had that out today. I stayed inside. This is the first time I've actually exited the Jeep just because I didn't want to be out in this, but you can see it's pretty decent here on the road, a few inches. So there is actually a bathroom closer than the one I'm going to, but I've run there a couple of times in the last couple of days only to find that somebody was in it, and if somebody's showering or in the bathroom, since it's all together, there's nothing you can do but wait. So, oh man, this is pretty deep. So I always go to this one because even if someone's in the shower or someone's using the bathroom, there's another one available. So this is it's pretty deep, and it's packing snow. It's really great packing snow, actually. So this is the worst that it's been when I came out. It was snowing quite a bit, but not this bad. The last two times I left the Jeep, which was yesterday evening and then early this morning. But that's probably around 3 o'clock. So it's been snowing on and off for the past almost 24 hours, I'd say. And I think we're supposed to get another 6 or 7 hours. But there are all the campers lined up. And when they do clear this, you can see that is just going to be a muddy mess through the entire campground. So that just means you track the mud everywhere unless you take your shoes off as soon as you get to your thing. So here's the bathroom. I don't think you need to see that. I'll take that shot right there. That is really cool. Kind of wish I was home. My girlfriend's had a fireplace going. That's what I'm really looking forward to. That's all I want to get home by Thanksgiving and start getting ready for the winter and the cooler weather, even though it never gets that cold in North Carolina usually, and we only get snow once or twice a year, but it's much better than being here. On the bright side, we just got messages that we are now going to get time and a half every hour that we work, since they're trying to keep people from leaving. So we'll still get double time on Sundays. We'll get time and a half every other hour that we work. And since we've only worked, I don't know, I think a total of 4 days between first and second shift, there's probably at least 10 days to go. So the money just got a lot better, but it's going to be days before we're working again. So there's my tracks that I came in on. You can see my hand, that's pretty deep. So yeah, this isn't going to bode well for getting back to work. Oh man, my shoes are going to be soaked and my socks. It's just slushy mess. So I'm going to crawl back into my Jeep. I'll warm up by the heater and finally edit a video. I had been super lazy and just bored out of my mind watching YouTube and Netflix and trying to stay busy, and it's just put me in a really lazy spot that I don't even want to edit video, but it's time. I really need to get one done. So that's what I'm gonna do now that I'm back. Alright, so I just crawled back into the Jeep a couple of minutes ago. I'm already nice and warm. Sorry about the lighting, but it's already getting dark outside. Tried to put the mood lighting on, but that doesn't seem to help much. But I've got my small space heater here, and I didn't travel with that because I don't stay anywhere that has electrical, but after being here a few days and realizing we weren't going to work for quite a few more days, and with it getting so cold, I just decided to be a bit more comfortable. So I went ahead and got that. We have access to electrical, and so now I just spend my time inside here and out of the way. But you know, I don't mind spending my time in the Jeep. I just wish it wasn't so many days. I'm really comfortable in here, and I've just gotten really lazy that I don't want to do anything, and it's kind of sad, but that's also why I haven't really been releasing many videos or any videos over the past few days. It's just because I've gotten so lazy. And then when we were actually working for 3 straight nights, after that first and second night, I did not want to do anything but crawl into bed and sleep because my body hurt so bad from just standing all night for 12 hours. And I'll get into that in a minute. But you know, with this snow, we're going to be here a couple more days. We're not going to work. But like I mentioned, the good thing is that they're going to pay us time and a half for the rest of the season, except on Sundays, which we're going to get double time. So that'll definitely help with the bottom line. But for now, I'm either stuck in here or I'm stuck inside another RV or, you know, whatever. And it is, I'll be honest, it's wearing on me. I am going to try to stick it out at least up till Thanksgiving, because I'm definitely going to be home by Thanksgiving. But, you know, I'm technically bored, but I am still entertained because I have YouTube and Netflix. But you can only watch so much of that before you don't even feel like doing that. And even if I was home in a ton of space, but I was doing nothing but sitting on my couch, I couldn't take that either. I'm too ADD to be sitting around doing nothing. And even my girlfriend's always telling me to sit my butt down and stop moving and doing stuff, and half the time I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm just moving. So to be cooped up inside any space, even if I was in my house, like I said, is tough to not be doing anything. And even if I could, you don't want to. The campground is muddy, and it's going to be like that for days and days longer, so you don't even want to go outside. So is it wearing on me? Absolutely. But, and now I'll get into the sugar beet thing, I do have to say, and for anybody that's thinking about doing this, and don't take this as complaining, it's just the reality of it, but I will say that the temp agency, Express, as well as Crystal Sugars, which is the company that processes the sugar beets, they were very upfront about everything. Nobody was bamboozled into coming into this job thinking, oh, it's going to be all wonderful and great. Now, you hope that the weather is going to cooperate, it didn't last year and it didn't this year. Especially this year. I think it might actually be worse this year because of all the rain they got up front. But now we're getting this huge snowstorm, and it's a blizzard out there right now, which means that it's going to be another couple of days before we get back out there. And I've been here since September 24th, and it's October 11th, I think. And we've only worked 2 full shifts and 2 partial shifts, I think. So it's kind of a, you know, you do the math, that's a lot of sitting around for anybody, and that's why they're going to pay us time and a half to keep us going through the rest of the season. But like I said, it's, you know, we fully expected that this was a possibility. We just hoped that it wouldn't end up being that way, and this being my first year, lucky me, I get a horrible weather season. But, you know, Michelle and I have been talking, and we want to stick it out. It's... you know, we're kind of here. We're already, you know, we're committed. The people that we work with and around, they're great people. The foreman's great. The agriculturists are great. Everybody's really nice, and overall, the mood is still decent for those that are still around. And you know, they're just nice people. So that does help. But you know, it's the job to me that also is kind of wearing on me, and I've got at least, I don't know, we probably have 2 more full weeks of full shifts to finish all this, and it kind of pains me to think that, because it's not easy. It's an easy job, but I'll explain what exactly we do. It's not easy mentally though, and it's not easy physically because of all the standing around. The job couldn't really be easier as far as what you're actually doing to earn money. You know, the trucks come in, and for the jobs that Michelle and I do, you take a ticket and you write a number on it, and that's it. That's it. And sometimes you'll have a quality sample ticket that you need to now go over to a chute, basically a metal chute. You put a bag up around it, you hit a button, and 20 to 30 pounds of sugar beets will drop into that bag. You tie it up, you have that ticket in the bag, and then you put it to the side. That's it. That is pretty much the whole job. Oh, I left out another detail. Then you press another button when the truck pulls forward to dump all the dirt into the truck. So other than that, that's pretty much the entire job for 12 hours. So you can imagine that after the first couple, and in my case, every 10 minutes seems like an hour. It is the slowest time I've ever had in my life. And since you're standing on your feet the whole time, I mean, you can lean up against a railing or something like that, or try to sit on a railing, but it's brutal for somebody like me who didn't take care of their body. And so my feet hurt, my back hurts, my legs hurt. But the bottom line is anybody can do this job. We've got, you know, 20-somethings out there. We've got 60 and 70-year-olds out there. So as long as you can get through the mental part of it, of being out there 12 hours doing very little actual work, as well as being on your feet for 12 hours. I mean, and we do get breaks. Breaks are not a problem. You can take a break at any time. As long as there's somebody covering your shift, you get a paid lunch break. So they do treat you well, and they understand that, you know, it can be physically demanding and that it's kind of boring, which is why they pay us, you know, a pretty decent wage. So and that's why I'm here. And if you work all that overtime and you work every day that you possibly can, you're going to walk away with, you know, a few $1,000s for doing very little actual work. Like I said, it's just the boredom. And the other thing that you're supposed to do is keep the concrete pad that you're on clean of dirt. And so when the trucks roll through and the dirt comes off the conveyor into the truck, some of that dirt goes on the ground, and you don't even have to lift that dirt. You have a push shovel of some sort. There's a couple different ones that you can use, and you're just pushing that dirt out of the way. So to keep myself active, I do that after every single truck. But it also helps from keeping all that mud building up on your shoes, because at the end of the day, you're about 4 inches taller from the mud that's built up on your shoes, so you're constantly scraping that off. We've only ever seen tons and tons of mud. One night, it actually did start to dry up, and then the dust started flying, so I wasn't quite sure if I liked the mud or the dust. It's a hard decision because the dust isn't actually much better than the mud. But anyway, so that's the job. That's what it's like. And I'm not trying to talk anybody out of it. I'm just trying to be realistic about it. And Express will tell you all this too. They're, like I said, they don't promise you, you know, just wonderful working conditions, and you know, you're out in the elements in northern North Dakota, and you're dealing with muddy, dirty beets. So it is what it is. So anyway, that's what we do. And I'll stick with it as long as I possibly can. But I've got a few more videos to put out there, and after that I get up to the point where I'm here, and I just haven't filmed that much here, and everything that I've filmed I'm actually putting out in these update videos. So there's really going to be a gap between this and when I head home. And then when I head home, I'll be putting out videos from there as well about the wrap up and things like that, and what my next steps are and what I plan to do. So anyway, that's an update as to where we're at. I am going to be sitting around as well as, excuse me, everybody else for the next couple of days probably, based on all this snow, because even if it does all melt, the fields might not be dry enough for them to be out there pulling beets. So it's just a waiting game at this point in time. And while we're waiting, we don't get paid. Well, actually, they did pay us a couple of times. They gave us some bonus money just to keep us interested, if you will, and to try to get us to stick around, because there are people leaving. I mean, they came here to earn some money quick, and it's not working out that way, or maybe they don't like the conditions, or you know, maybe they don't just like the job itself, because I'm sure a lot of people do go out there and they're like, wow, I didn't believe what they told me, and now this isn't what I like. So there's all sorts of reasons why people are probably leaving, but we'll see how it goes. Again, hope for the best, which hasn't been working out very much. But anyway, I'm rambling on at this point. Sorry about that. So I'll talk to you later, and thanks for watching.